Can we stop overthinking how to bake with a small, stiff starter? Hi, I'm Annette, micro baker in Chicago and owner of Dough My Goodness Bakery, and I'm here to help you simplify sourdough. Those of you who've been following me for a while know that I keep a small, stiff starter. I get asked all the time, how do I have enough to bake? And that's a great question. This is my maintenance starter. I feed her a high ratio, stiff feed every day, no matter what. This is to keep her healthy and strong. And it also reduces waste. My maintenance starter is like my mother culture. And when it's time to bake, I make a levain specifically for that bake. And the reason I make a levain is because most recipes assume that your starter is 100% hydration. And that just means equal parts flour and water. My maintenance starter is stiff, so using it directly in a recipe would throw off the hydration of the dough. And by building a levain, I can control the hydration, the timing, and the amount that I actually need for the bake. How I feed my maintenance starter doesn't change from day to day. But how I feed a levain depends on several things. When do I want to bake with her? What is the temperature in my kitchen? And of course, how much levain I need for the bake. I'll give you a couple examples. I typically keep my home at about 69 or 70 degrees Fahrenheit. If I'm feeding my levain in the morning, and I want to bake with her the same day, I'll use a lower ratio. Something like a 1-1-1 or a 1-2-2 ratio. Less food for the levain means faster fermentation, and that means she's going to peak more quickly. In those circumstances, she would be ready to bake within about 4 to 6 hours. Maybe I'm feeding at night before I want to bake in the morning. So in that case, I would instead feed a higher ratio, something like a 1-10-10 ratio. The extra flour slows everything down so that she doesn't peak and fall in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping and sit hungry for a long time before I'm able to mix my dough. The temperature in your kitchen strongly dictates the speed of fermentation. And playing with the ratio helps you control the timing for when your starter peaks, because that's the best time to use it. Most recipes call for 100 grams of starter. I'm going to give you some measurements on the screen to give you some examples of how you can mix a levain for a 100-gram recipe. But this should be a realistic working range for you. Happy baking.